Hunter Greene of the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati's not winning games, Bert, but this is a tremendous story. Dude's throwing 9,000 miles per hour, and it seems like a really likable kid. What can you tell us about the phenom that is Hunter Greene?
Yeah, he has been somebody that baseball people have been like basically drooling over ever since he was drafted by the Reds. And he was progressing through the farm system for them. And there was a debate whether or not he would actually make the opening day roster this year. And then the Reds ended up announcing that he made it, which was to the delight of many people, Reds fans especially. But he has already shown in his first couple starts with the Reds that he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. As you mentioned, his velocity is just wicked. He's got like incredible movement on his pitches. Like he ended up striking out Freddie Freeman, I believe it was on a 102 mile an hour cutter. Like that should not be a thing. And like that, I mean, that's genuinely just absurd. And I don't know if he'll be able to sustain that kind of velocity over a long period of time, but he's somebody that is going to quickly be in the conversation to be like one of the best pitchers in not only the National League, but in all of baseball relatively soon. And I'm very curious. Like this is me looking way, way, way ahead. But if he continues this kind of pace and lives up to the potential that he has, what does that future contract extension look like? Because that is going to be a big number. Like I'm fully expecting Corbin Burns's eventual extension to be starting with a 2. That Greene one, if he lives up to that in a few years, that's going to be very lucrative.
Yeah, listen, this is going on all over the place, right? I mean, we can go across the pond, if you will, or what is he, 19 years old, our guy who we talked about last week, Roki Sasaki, who's just doing it again, 14 more strikeouts pulled from a scoreless game after 102 pitches. So far on the season, Sasaki, 4 starts, 1.16 ERA, 56 strikeouts, 7 hits, 2 walks. The reason why I'm combining these two, Bert, is because it just seems that the way pitchers are conditioning themselves to throw the baseball nowadays is just different. We're seeing more and more guys triple digits. And I think that's the way it's going to go. Whether this is sustainable, most people think it's not. You're going to blow out your arm, which is why they're allowing these guys to throw 4 or 5 innings, and that's it. That's what Greene threw the other day. And then it's a whole question, like, right, do you pay a guy $30 million or whatever it is, what you're talking about, who doesn't go deep into games anymore? You still got to pay your whole bullpen. So that's confusing economics here, Bert.
It is. That's where roster construction comes into a big play here. And there's not going to be many people who end up affording that kind of a player. I would imagine he's going to be more stretched out in the future than he is right now, because there's still, I mean, like pitchers for the most part are pretty ramped up now. But teams are still going to be really cautious with them. And the Reds, especially with Greene. I don't think there's been any talk about like an innings limit for him, but I know we've seen that in the past with some of the top prospects that have come up. But I wonder if that's a possibility for him. Just me speculating, don't know anything there.